Hey guys, Mika here, and I'm bringing you a really beautiful custom Coalworks tenor size ukulele made by luthier Rich Godfrey. And Coalworks, man, I really love playing Coalworks because it's known for having such a big, warm, just a lot of depth, a lot of nice quality, good sounding. I mean, just listen to that. Oh my gosh, like the overtones. It's amplifying on the other string. So like overtone meaning like if I play this G note on the A string, it's gonna slightly activate that G note here on this G string. It's gonna make that ring a little, and then it's gonna make all these other strings ring. So now it's like I'm not only picking this string, it's gonna start making the other strings ring, and that's a sign of a really well built ukulele when you can achieve those kind of overtones. But man, just strumming or just it's just so much sound and it's so good. Yeah, I love playing custom Coalworks. It's but enough for the sound. I'll get into that later. So some of the specs on this ukulele, as you can see, very beautiful curly koa wood here on the front or on the face, here on the sides, and here on the back. I love the grain on here. Nice bold dark grain patterns here with this is has more of an orange kind of blonde kind of color. So it's really cool, and it really stands out, especially when you're looking at it in different angles of the light. So you can see a lot of that sweet goodness here, even on the sides. And then here on the front, again, nice wood grain patterns here. I like this little teepee kind of wood grain pattern here. A lot of curls, so just there's a lot going on. So I really like it. It's beautiful, especially when I'm looking at it in the light. I think this might be the first time that I've ever seen an ukulele with a rosette like this. It's like a double nouveau. I think it's nouveau. So double, like a double rosette. So the typical rosette right here, but then having this kind of like almost like starts here, but then gets wider and it comes in skinnier, right at the fretboard. So really cool. I don't think I've ever seen a rosette look like this on an ukulele. Or maybe I just haven't played enough ukuleles yet to not have realized that. But I think this is safe to say it's the first time I've noticed this, and it's really beautiful. It really stands out. And then along with the abalone here, abalone rosettes, you have the abalone purfling all around, or the shell all around the instrument. The binding here is Milo wood, right here on the top and back. And we also have this Milo wood binding on the sides of the fretboard, right here. And then this little white wood purfling, this is sycamore wood, as a nice little highlight along the Milo wood with the curly coil here on the sides. And then here along the fretboard too, on the outside of the fretboard, and then even here alongside the sides of the headstock, even on this side, and then even on the back side you have some of that sycamore wood. So really nice, paying attention to details. I really like that. And then we also have the Milo wood on the faceplate, and then here on the back of the faceplate, and it looks really nice with these Goto gold tuners here on the back. So really elegant. I really like gold on the ukulele, especially when you have gold with like curly coil or with ebony, or like the black fretboard, the ebony or black bridge. It's just really classy. And I think it looks really good on ukulele. It looks great in guitars too, but I always like that black gold and koa kind of theme on any kind of custom instruments or regular ukuleles, but just really nice. And following that gold theme is we have gold frets here, a nice little addition, so to kind of match the gold theme. And then the gold matches really well with the koa body and just the koa all over the instrument. I do notice that there is a radius fretboard, and I do like the radius fretboard for me personally because I like to make fun of myself and say I have girl hands. So I always need the ukulele set up really low with low action, but I really believe that the radius fretboard helps to be able to just make these bar chords. For those of you who might have arthritis in your hands, or you just you hate making bar chords because it's intimidating, one easy way to fix that is to get an ukulele with the radius fretboard. It goes a long way and it helps a So yeah, this is a beautiful looking instrument. It's simple, and the fact that it's not blingy, there's not too much, inlays going on. It's just, you have your simple abalone, your double abalone rosette, gold, curly koa. It's just, to me, this is like a musician's instrument. It's really, really pretty, but it's not too busy because this instrument's gonna go more for the sound, and the sound just blows me away. Again, this simple C chord, there's really just so much to unpack in just this C chord. So what I like to do is I like to go over like the sound spectrum that I hear in my head. So what I look for in a really good ukulele is, if I have the sound spectrum, one side's going to have a lot of depth, a lot of like oomph. When you strum a chord, is there depth to it? Does it fill the room? Have the low frequencies. Now, then when you get in the middle of the spectrum, this is kind of like your mid. So this is like where the warmth of your instrument comes. This is where the resonance comes. So like if I were to play this F major 7 chord, not only is there a lot of oomph, a lot of depth, but there's so much warmth too that there's so much warmth, it fills the air, and it also has a nice resonance, because when I strum a chord like this, it doesn't just go da, it goes. It's almost like if you go run off a cliff, someone like jumps off a cliff, you just kind of fall really fast. Sometimes, maybe not a not good quality ukulele might do that, but when you have a really high quality ukulele like this, it's almost like you have 5 parachutes on it. It's like it's gonna take so long for the person to finally hit the bottom, because like he's just floating there. So when I hear this chord, I mean literally it just floats for so long. And when I hear that, it just makes me so happy, because then you can really enjoy the sounds from this instrument that it's giving off. Now the last part of the spectrum, so we got the low ends, we got the mids, and then now we got the highs. So the highs is one of the things that I like to look for, especially in the ukulele. So highs meaning like the articulation, the clarity, how clean is the note. Does it get muddy if I'm like, running a series of notes? If I go... So none of the notes get muddy. You can hear every single note very pristinely. No matter what notes I pick, no matter how high I go. It's always so clean. And then, you finish it off with this nice chord, this G chord. So when you're checking off all the boxes of the sound spectrum, I hear nice lows. Whether I'm playing a C chord, I'm playing like an F chord. There's just so much oomph to it. There's so much, low ends, depth to the sound. It's not hollow sounding. It fills the room completely. And then again with the mids, the warmth, there's a lot of warmth, a lot of resonance. That warmth fills the room. It takes a long time for that sound to decay. And then with the highs, just being able to hear every single note very cleanly. Especially like, let's say you're holding a chord and you want to pluck each individual note. You hear every single note cleanly, and what I like to call that is, or what it's known for is like note separation. So note separation meaning not one note kind of overpowers one note, but it also means like the notes don't get muddied over each other. So you can still hear every single note very cleanly. Super clean sound overall. So not only does it have a big sound that really fills the room, it just, for me, it checks off all the boxes of what a really, really good sounding ukulele should sound like. And one more thing that I want to mention is that, again, other than the overtones that I was mentioning earlier, the vibrato, so meaning like if I pluck a note and I shake the note so that the sound wave goes like this. Like when I do that, the sound quality is so good, you can hear the wave, the sound wave going like this, because the note takes so long for it to die out that you can literally hear the sound waves in the instrument. So especially when you're plucking like 2 notes at once. So all in all, beautiful looking instrument, beautifully made instrument, and a beautiful sounding instrument. So I'm going to go ahead and play a sound sample on this. And as usual, I just love to improvise and I love to let each individual instrument kind of take me on its own little journey. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Okay, and here is what this ukulele would sound like with a little bit of strumming. Let's go in, let's do A.